Hello students, how are you? I hope you are fine and you have watched the earlier parts of this video. So in this part we are going to see some methods of separation. So here there is separation of salt and ammonium chloride. Now what is the difference between these two salts? Salt is the common salt which we use in our kitchen, and this ammonium chloride. Now in this, the ammonium chloride is a sublimable substance. Do you know what is a sublimable substance? You have read in the first chapter. So some substances, they directly get converted from solid to gaseous state without going through the liquid state, right? So these substances are known as sublimable substances. So if the components of one of the components of the mixture is sublimable, then we can use this method, sublimation. Now in this process there is a special setup made for this, which we are going to see in the next slide. So this process is used to separate sublimable volatile component, means which gets vaporized easily, faster, so from the non-volatile component of a mixture. Okay, so some examples of sublimable substances you might be knowing: ammonium chloride, camphor is the kapoor which is used in the aarti, then iodine, naphthalene balls, all of you know, anthracene and benzoic acid. These are some more organic chemicals about which you are going to study in higher classes. So we'll see the process. Now for this, a setup is made like this, in which there is on a stand we have kept one evaporating dish. This is an evaporating dish, and on that an inverted funnel is kept. In this we have taken the mixture of ammonium chloride and salt. Okay, so this you get for your exam also. This question comes many times. So here you take the mixture of salt and ammonium chloride, and then one inverted funnel, and the stem of the funnel, this opening is closed with the help of a cotton plug, right? And then there is a Bunsen burner, and it is when heating starts, then what happens, slowly the ammonium chloride vapors are formed, because the salt gets converted into vapors, and these vapors, they start condensing on this colder part of this funnel. Okay, on the upper part of this funnel. Why this cotton plug? So this cotton plug is used to prevent the vapors from escaping. Okay, so these vapors, they cool and they condense on this stem of the funnel, and then they are collected in the solidified form. Okay, so in this way, and what left behind here? Yes, the other component, the common salt, right? So this method can be used to separate a sublimable substance from non-sublimable substances, right? Next, now separation of dyes in black ink. Now ink contains many different colors, okay, or you know that some extracts are obtained from flowers, natural colors are obtained from flowers by this method. So this method is known as chromatography. Chroma means color, okay, chroma is for color, and chromatography is the technique used for separation of those solutes that dissolve in the same solvent. If the two or more solutes, they dissolve in the same solvent, then this method can be used. So what is the principle of this method? The colored component that is more soluble in water rises faster, and in this way the different colors get separated. So it is done on a paper and a solvent is used, so the component which is more soluble in water, it rises faster on the strip of paper, therefore they get separated. Now here this chromatography technique is shown. So here dot of the ink or the material from which we have to separate the dye is made. A very concentrated dot is made on this line. Here the solvent is taken as water, right? And a special type of filter paper is used. Strip of this filter paper is used, and this filter paper also contains some moisture. So it is placed in a glass jar. It is also known as a gas jar. Okay, then closed from the top. Now when this strip is placed in solvent, slowly the solvent rises up, and then the ink gets dissolved in water, and with water it slowly rises up, and you can see here the different colors which are present in the ink, they get separated, they rise to the higher level. So what can you say, which color is the most soluble in water? Yes, this yellow color, so it rises faster, so it gets separated here and here, red, orange, like that. So different colors get separated, right? You'll study about this in higher classes in detail. Okay, now applications of this method to separate colors in a dye, pigments from natural colors or flowers, and drugs from blood. If some drugs get mixed with the blood, then they can be found by this method. Okay, so revise these two methods. We'll see some other in the next part. Stay home, stay safe, and keep learning.